the Gabbie Hanna experience. I'm not watch like I said, I'm not about to watch the whole thing because I'm already sharp with her. Whatever. Just go to the 2022 TikTok.
After this multi-part series, her content got weird.
I've done so much.
Fans thought she totally lost it. In October of 2021, she deleted almost her entire YouTube catalog and only left her music and random videos posted within the past year. Her YouTube presence dwindled to the lowest it had ever been, but she remained pretty active on TikTok. She started opening up a lot more about her mental health.
I'm bipolar, which means some days I think that I can save the world and other days I want to kill.
Not sure if this bipolar was a real diagnosis or a self-diagnosis, but then her videos got a bit more...
Yeah, see, this is what you don't want to do. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I have ADHD. Oh, I have fucking whatever. Because you're not a professional. You got to go to a professional in order to get yourself diagnosed with whatever you're, I guess, what you're, like, going through. Whatever. But, like, yeah, you can't really do that. Because if you actually tell yourself, oh, I have depression, anxiety, or whatever the fuck, it's most likely you're going to get it. So don't really say it. Like a wise man once said, like don't cast. Saying shit to yourself is basically like casting a spell. That's why it's called spelling. I think Bruce Lee probably said that, but yeah, don't do that.
Strange.
I'm either a psychic medium, I'm getting direct communication from aliens, or from God or angels.
You see, that's what happens. That's what happens when you do that. When you do that, you start to like believe shit in a bad way.
Or another cosmic being, or all of the above. Something's different. I just call it God. And all of it started happening when I started expressing direct gratitude. I had a cup of coffee and I was like, wow, I'm so fucking grateful for this cup of coffee.
Gabbie says she is freaked out, that she's a psychic medium. She's talking with aliens, and that all of this started happening when she started being grateful for her life, her friends, her coffee, and goes on to explain some of the most normal human experiences. Gabbie Hanna thinks she's living in an alternate reality because she's feeling very normal human emotions. Wait, your third eye is opening. This happened to me too. 100. Stay tuned for this fucking ride. And just last week, Gabbie would go...
See, like, I feel like opening your third eye is kind of dangerous. Because isn't that when you, like, start to see ghosts and shit? Like, holy fuck. Like, I meditate. But I don't really focus on the third eye stuff, whatever. Because, like, that shit's, like, dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Go on to post over 170 TikToks in 48 hours in what seems to be a full-blown manic episode.
You know, every time I say I'm gonna save the world, people laugh at me. But why doesn't everybody else together, like me, with me, every single day, manifest saving the world? Instead of laughing, why don't you pray with me? Why don't you encourage me?
She talked about religion a lot throughout this, claiming she knows about the afterlife, about God, about Jesus, that she is Jesus, or she is God, or the Son of God. This is not something Gabbie would normally talk about, and this can be a sign somebody is going into a manic state.
Help me! Help me!
Yeah, see, I don't know. Because, like, with her past, like, you know, beefs and whatnot, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Let me show you how Mother Mary wants us to pray. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Holy Mary, Mother of grace, pray for us sinners. I did it. I beat DID. I beat ADHD, depression, anxiety. I beat OCD.
See, this is not normal behavior, bro. This is why you shouldn't really, like, I guess, like, go into, like, the spiritual. It's hard to explain, man. It's really hard to explain because, like, it's like taking LSD, bro. Like, for those who took in LSD, you probably will understand. you don't want to like, be stuck in that, trance. Like, you're tripping. But like some people like don't get out of that trance, but some people just get stuck in that LSD trance. 100% she took like LSD.
Obsessive compulsive disorder! Because people, humans, your brothers and sisters who have gone to hell and back, realize everybody wants to be Jesus. It's all going to be all right. Praise be. It's all going to be all right.
She would seemingly snap out of it for a little bit and go back to the normal Gabbie of kind of bragging about her life and how amazing it is. So people were questioning whether it was a stunt or not.
So many people who actually don't give a fuck about anyone but themselves, regardless of how hard they've been lying to themselves for a very long time, are so concerned for me because I'm manic, right? As I sit in my cozy, private loft on top of my house. Look what the internet did collectively to...
Okay, I know we collectively don't like Gabbie, but she's not wrong. Question mark? Like, her anger is justified. I'm angry about the housing crisis. I'm angry about...
hate a fucking woman for no fucking reason other than fun. Look what we are capable of collectively if we would remember we instead of always fucking attacking she. And that's why I am so successful. My house is paid for. My house is paid for. My house is paid for. It's almost like it's almost as like I'm in heaven. And you're all still stuck in hell. That I could actually be.
I think I know what I was trying to say earlier. It's like getting out of the Matrix. Like, so when you're on LSD, like, you realize, like, you're in the Matrix and shit. Like, everything's, capitalism and shit like that. And then she's, like, spilling the sauce, but, like, she's overdoing it. So this is basically, like, future Sneeko. Like, without the drugs, though. I don't know. I don't fucking know, bro. This is, like, future Sneeko, though.
And coming.
Especially when it comes to, like, the Brandon Buckingham beef. Shout out to Brandon Buckingham, bro. He's gonna drop out a video soon, and I'm gonna react to it, and it's gonna be funny.
Of Jesus Christ. God does have dark humor. He is a horny, sick fuck. It's okay to have dirty thoughts. I can teach you how to feel better about them.
Now, there's definitely nothing wrong with expressing your religion. Sure, maybe she didn't normally do this, but who knows? Maybe she had a spiritual awakening. But then she...
Yeah, see, like, it's... Like I said, when you take LSD, you have that spiritual awakening, you have that self-realization and shit. But, like, she basically took too much LSD.
Kind of started offending people.
I am an accomplished author of 2 New York Times best-selling poetry books. I have around or more than 20 million followers. Is it because I'm a woman of color? It's actually kind of stressful being a woman of color, a young woman of color in a white as fuck, rich neighborhood. I keep telling you guys that. I'm Middle Eastern. I traveled from Lebanon, a Maronite crusader of the Catholic Church.
Gabbie is from Pennsylvania. She claims that she is a woman of color because she is from Lebanese descent, despite looking and probably identifying as white her whole life.
I grew up in a black neighborhood. I was actually the
Hey,
only...
see, but we can't really know that, though. Because, like, I don't know if she did a DNA test. So she could be. We don't fucking know. Because, like, with me, like, I'm Latino, Hispanic. And I always identified myself that, despite my, like, paleness. I don't fucking know, bro. It's confusing, bro. It's fucking confusing.
A white girl in my neighborhood outside of my sisters, but I rode the school bus alone. I was the only white girl on my school bus. And here's a bit of irony. They made me sit in the front. All the cool kids sat in the back, and they bullied the fuck out of me. They twisted my hair, they pulled it, they called me names. They didn't let me play with them because I wasn't like them. But my best friends at school were still the black girls because they were the kindest.
And just when you thought things
What?
couldn't get any worse, a random stranger found their way into Gabbie's home. What you are seeing here is a man named Nick knocking on Gabbie Hanna's door and asking if he can come inside to use her bathroom.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Think you can use your bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Come on.
Alright, everybody, I'm literally inside of the house.
What the fuck, bro? I thought she knew him. Like I was keeping up with her TikToks and like Twitter and shit. But no, this is actually a random guy going to her house. That's fucking weird, bro.
House right now.
A friend just texted me, and I told him that I was gonna go on a run for a guy who showed up at my house and was just feeling a little lost, asked to use the bathroom, and now we're gonna go for a run together. He asked to pray with me. It was really nice. And his text was, Gab, listen to me now. Get that man out of your house.
Gabbie goes on to explain that a friend of hers reached out and said, Gabbie, kick that guy out of your house right now. But she assures that Nick is friendly and that he's nice and that he won't do any harm to her.
We know he means well, but Nicholas is good.
What the fuck, bro? That's so weird. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
And we're gonna go for a run because we already prayed and had our coffee
prayed.
and listened to music.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Fans were terrified for Gabbie. They thought she was in real danger. Then she posted a bunch of videos of them dancing and him just kind of following her around her house. He gave everyone an extremely uncomfortable vibe. Why was he there? Is this even real?
By the way, Nick,
I feel like at this point, bro, I feel like it's a publicity stunt. I don't fucking know, bro. Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
I know you know who I am. Come on. Why did you lie to me this whole time? Why did you lie to me? That's for my acne, you dumb cunt. Get the fuck out of my house. Now. Now. Now!
After Nick got home, he decided to go on TikTok and
If not, get her some. Make sure the cats have food and water. Ask if she's stuck to.
explain why he was there.
Yeah, I was trying to get her to eat something. I was trying to get her to drink something. I was looking at the medications that she had. Maybe if I could try to, like, get a medication into her body that would help her come out of the psychosis. I've seen it before. I've had friends. I've dealt with it before.
So he was saying that he had real life experience to be able to help, but while he was there, he posted this TikTok.
I honestly would like to help. I don't know what to do, though. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm here. Everybody says somebody needs to help her.
So this man went to a social media influencer's house, scoured through her medications, and tried to get her to take some pills. At some point, Gabbie realized what was going on and kicked him out. Also, during this 48 hours, the cops came and did 2 wellness checks on her. Both of the times, they decided that she was perfectly okay. And Gabbie just kept doing what she was doing.
I'm gonna keep reminding you.
Bro, so. Yeah, like, it's a publicity stunt. Because I'm pretty sure her parents or whatever, like, her relatives or whatever, friends and all that, like, seen her TikToks at this point. So, like, it's a publicity stunt.
You. That I'm Middle Eastern. And I have always been Middle Eastern. But for some reason, isn't it so weird that the world insists on seeing me as white?
And after 48 hours, eventually Gabbie calmed down. According to her, 2 psych evaluation professionals declared there was no need for any intervention. So if the professionals said that she was okay and healthy, what was all of this? A manic episode? An attention stunt?
It's an attention stunt. Like, 100% it's an attention stunt. Because this was like balls to the walls. This was like yes.
A giant joke?
I found out yesterday I was on TMZ again. But just like Brit, hey TMZ.
Gabbie has burned every bridge she ever had. She damaged her reputation even to her own followers. Time and time again, she abandoned the audience that made her who she was. She got into controversy after controversy and never, not once, took accountability for anything, even though she really thinks she did. Every apology had a stipulation. She was always the victim. She stooped as low as to say that she can't be held accountable for anything she doesn't remember. Sure, she has mentioned her.
That's wild, bro. That's like saying if I were to like do something like terrible to somebody, do a little LSD and shrooms, forget about it, that it makes it all okay because I forgot about the situation. That bro, that it doesn't work that way.
Her ADHD disorder and potentially a bipolar disorder, but we don't know anything about her medical record, so it's tough to speculate on that. Before a couple weeks ago, her relevance dwindled to an all-time low. Nobody was making videos about her, none of her songs were gaining traction, even her live shows had a max of like 40 people in the crowd. Gabbie now has the spotlight back on her, and for better or for worse, she loves it. A lot of the drama channels and T channels are now expressing sympathy for her.
Yeah, see? Publicity stunt. Like, it's... Because if the... She could be lying, though. She could be all like, yeah, I went to the professionals, and they're like, yeah, you're all good. So it could be, like, a manic episode still, but, like, she's good at hiding it. I don't fucking know, bro.
Her biggest enemies online are now worried about her, wishing her well. Nobody would assume this is all an attention stunt because we don't want to further the stigma against mental health. We don't want people to look at Mania and think they must...
Yeah, the thing is, bro, we don't know. We don't know. All we could do is hope for the best. Like, as long as she's good and okay, like, there's really nothing to, like, be concerned about. But fuck, man, like, if it is like a manic episode and shit, like, Godspeed, man. I hope she gets like the help she needs.
Be faking, because then people will have a hard time getting the proper care they need. I mean, faking Tourette's, faking cancer, faking death. We've seen some people go pretty far, but if...
See, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. People go far. But we don't, like I said, we don't know. We don't
Gabbie
know.
does get the proper help she needs, gets back into the good graces of all her enemies and all the people she battled with, then goes back to the Gabbie Hanna her fans used to know and love, then everybody wins. But especially Gabbie.
That's the thing too, bro. I don't know, bro. But like, yeah, Godspeed, bro. This is not just mania. This is psychosis, and this is probably most people go through this one. She's the perfect example of a professional victim. Also, her poetry is made for people with the mental capacity of a toddler. Hey, man, if it sells, bro, it sells. Don't hate the player, hit the game. But, yeah, Godspeed, bro. Godspeed.